Hello guys, welcome to another wonderful session of learning with prep class. I am BC, I am a prep class tutor. In this video, we are going to be solving Aqua Pre-Vocational Studies, Agricultural Science, year 2019 from question 41 to question 45. Subscribe to our channel, like and comment on our videos. Also, you can share with your friends, okay? Don't be selfish. Share with your friends. Help them to prepare for their exams too. Okay, so the first question in this video is question 41. Which of this is not an example of journal? A. Check. B. Cash book. C. Returns inward. D. Returns outward. So for us to be able to choose the correct option, we need to find out the meaning of each of these options so that we can know which of them is not an example of journal. So what is a check? A check is a document that orders a bank to pay a specific amount of money from a person's account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. So if I give you a check now, it means that I'm ordering my bank to pay you a particular amount of money. So that document that I give you is called a check. A cash book is a financial journal that contains all cash receipts and disbursements, and this includes bank deposits and withdrawals. Now, returns inward. This refers to the goods returned to the business entity when the customers find that the goods delivered did not meet their expectations and therefore unsatisfactory. So these returned goods are recorded in the journal called Return Inwards Journal. So this is also a journal. What about return outwards? These are the goods that are returned by a customer to the seller. They are goods which were once purchased from external parties. However, because of being unsatisfactory, they were returned back to the seller. Okay. Cash book, returns inward and returns outward are examples of journals. Check is not a journal. Okay. The correct option is A, check. Number 42. Major difference between a receipt and an invoice is dash. A, date. B, quantity of goods. C, name. D, amount in figure and in words. So first of all, let's know the meaning of receipt and invoice for us to be able to know the difference between them. So an invoice is a document sent by the seller to the customer that requests payment for products or services. Invoices are typically issued to a customer after they have received their goods or services, but before payment has been received. While an invoice is a request for payment. So an invoice is a request for payment, but a receipt is the proof of payment. So this is gotten after the payment has been done. It is a document confirming that a customer received the goods or services they paid a business for. So the receipt is gotten after your pay. So date, quantity of goods, name, and amounts in figures and in words. They are both found in receipt and invoice. So you find the date which the transaction was carried out, the quantity of goods that was bought or sold, the name of the company selling and the name of the company buying, then the amount in figure and words are both written in the receipt and invoice. So there is no answer here because all the above can be found in both receipt and invoice. So question 43. The following are source documents except A, credit note, B, receipt, C, ledger, D, invoice. So for us to be able to find out which of these options is correct, we need to know what a source document is, and then we need to find out what each of these options mean. So what is a source document? A source document is the original document that contains the details of a business transaction. The original, the source. Can you see that? The original document that contains the details of a business transaction. So the first option is credit note. A credit note is a document. This is just like an invoice. It is sent by the supplier to the customer, notifying the customer that he or she has been credited a certain amount due to an error in the original invoice or other reasons. So this could be as a result of error in the original invoice or other reasons. What about receipt? Receipt is the proof of payment. It is a document confirming that a customer received the goods or services they paid a business for. Now, ledger is a book containing accounts in which the classified and summarized information from the journals is posted as debits and credits. So this book is also called the second book of entry. So you can see that this is not a source document. It is not an original document. It is a second book of entry. So you write the information from the journals, you post them in this ledger. So it is not the original document. It is a second book of entry. What about invoice? Invoice is a document sent by the seller to the customer that requests payment for products or services. So the correct option here is C, ledger. All the following, credit note, receipt, and invoice, are all source documents, but ledger is not a source document. So the correct option here is C, check. Number 44. The cultivation of flower, fruit, and vegetables is called dash. A. Monoculture. B. Oliviculture. C. Silviculture. D. Horticulture. So for us to be able to choose the correct option, let's find out the meaning of all of these options. Monoculture is the agricultural practice of growing a single crop, plant, or livestock species, variety, or breed in a field or farming system at a time. So you grow just one single crop or you breed just one livestock in a field. That is monoculture, just one. Silviculture is the growing and cultivation of trees. So silviculture is the growing and cultivation of trees. Then horticulture is the growing of flowers, fruits, vegetables, and ornamental plants. So now, the cultivation of flower, fruits, and vegetables is called horticulture. So D is the correct option. Check. The last question in this video, question 45. The use of machinery, skilled labor, large areas of land, high yielding crops are the characteristics of dash farming. A. Subsistence. B. Pastoral. C. Mixed. D. Commercial. So for us to be able to find out the answer to this, let's find out the meaning of each of these types of farming. So the first one is subsistence farming. This is the practice of growing crops and raising livestock sufficient only for one's use without any surplus for trade. So this is a practice of growing crops or raising livestock for only the farmer and the farmer's family. They don't intend to sell. They don't really have any surplus for them to sell out. Then pastoral farming is farming aimed at producing livestock rather than growing crops. So here you're only producing livestock, you're not growing crops. What about mixed farming? Mixed farming, mixed. This means that it involves the growing of crops and the raising of livestock. So mixed farming is a type of farming which involves both the growing of crops and the raising of livestock. Then the last one is commercial farming. This is a type of farming that involves the growing of crops and or the rearing of animals on a large scale for wide distribution, export, and particularly for profitable reasons. So this means that in commercial farming, it could involve just the growing of crops only, or growing of crops and rearing of animals. But you're doing this on a large scale for wide distribution, for export, and particularly for profitable reasons. So this means that in commercial farming, you're going to be using machinery, skilled labor, you're going to need large areas of land and high yielding crops because you are growing on a large scale for widespread distribution, export, and for profitable reasons. So the correct answer here is commercial. So the use of machinery, skilled labor, large areas of land, high yielding crops are the characteristics of commercial farming. In subsistence farming, since you are growing for just yourself and your family, you might not need large areas of land, you might not need skilled labor, you're not going to need a lot of machinery. So as pastoral and mixed farming as well. But in commercial farming, we are growing or rearing animals for widespread distribution and for export. So D is the correct option. Check. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are able to learn a lot from it. Please don't forget to like and comment on this video. Also, subscribe to our channel. This is where you can get more videos like this. You can also join us on WhatsApp by clicking on the link in the description below. Till I come your way next time. Bye.